Iraq economic news and points to ponder Tuesday morning, the 7th of October 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Iraqi Securities Commission launches major reforms to boost investment and meet Vision 2030. Iraq Jawad al-Samareh, October 6, 2025. Baghdad, IraqiNews.com. The Iraqi Securities Commission, ISC, announced today, Monday, October 6, 2025, a comprehensive strategy to modernize the country's capital market, asserting that the reforms are fundamental to achieving Iraq's economic vision 2030. The announcement was made by Chairman Faisal Al-Hamis during the Global Investor Week conference, marking the ISC's 21st anniversary. Al-Hamis emphasized that the government, under Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani's patronage, is committed to creating a transparent environment, positioning the Iraq Stock Exchange, ISX, as a key engine for economic growth. This commitment involves modernizing both the legal and technical foundations of the market. Yassine Taha Weiss, a member of the ISC Council, detailed the legal reforms, confirming that the ISC is working to replace the outdated Coalition Provisional Authority (CPA) legislative order of 2004 with a new law that will increase investment guarantees. This proposed law has already had its second reading in Parliament. Additionally, the ISC is upgrading the infrastructure and work methods of the ISX by collaborating with major international companies that specialize in electronic trading systems. The Commission's strategy is twofold: to enhance oversight and organization, and to significantly expand the base of listed companies. According to Weiss, increasing the number of listed companies and improving their performance is vital, as it directly correlates with greater investor engagement and a rise in the total volume of investment in the market. Kirkuk-Banias pipeline and its strategic importance. Economic, the 7th of October 2025. Dr. Hamid Rahim Janani. Concerns remain about the fate of Iraq's oil export capacity in the event of conflicts in the region. It is illogical for 90% of exports to be dependent on the Strait of Hormuz, which is under constant security and military pressures, evident in the escalating statements of the warring states from time to time. Radical solutions may require specific approaches, projects, and significant effort, and even a relatively long period of time to achieve a high degree of flexibility in export outlets. What is important is to implement short and medium-term measures to achieve radical strategic solutions in the long term. The issue of the oil pipeline from Kirkuk Governorate to the Banias oil port in Tartus Governorate, northwest of Syria, on the Mediterranean coast, was recently raised. This issue could constitute a pivotal point in Iraq's export policy. This pipeline was established in the 1950s with an export capacity of up to 300 barrels per day, with a length of 891 km and a diameter of 30 inches. Pumping in the pipeline stopped during the Iran-Iraq War. The pipeline was restarted in 2000, but it broke down again. It was exposed to significant damage after 2003 and is still stopped. The efforts of the governments in Iraq and Syria to revive this pipeline have surfaced, and here comes the role of economic analysis in determining the importance of this step if it is successful. As the rehabilitation costs are estimated at $8 billion, and it is possible to change the export capacity to reach 700,000, which is a relatively good thing, and may largely justify the size of the costs necessary for reoperation. This pipeline also constitutes an important factor in diversifying export outlets and alleviating the state of focusing on the Strait of Hormuz. And as is clear, transport via pipelines is the least expensive of all means of transport, which enhances the chances of maximizing oil profits. If it is possible to export a larger quantity of oil via pipelines instead of sea tankers and land transport, it is important to point out a very important issue, which is the possibility of Iraq possessing a card that gives it strength in its negotiations with the Turks regarding the Ceyhan pipeline, given that the outlets will be more available to Iraq and will not be limited to the Turkish side only. The project is large and will represent a qualitative shift that enhances Iraq's oil status, so the pace must be accelerated and solutions must be found to the outstanding problems, especially the security one. It is also necessary to involve foreign parties in financing, consulting or investment partnerships to link interests, while studying the possibility of increasing the export capacity to numbers greater than what was mentioned. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com